Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and today I am building a Lego brick house. So I went onto Pinterest to get some inspiration for other builds and all that jazz, and I came across what I think was an architectural picture of a building, and the title of this build was called Lego Brick Community Lot, for example, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And the reason why it was called Lego Brick Community Lot was because the blocks was basically stacked upon each other like Lego bricks. And I just said to myself, oh, what if I took it literally? What if I make a house and I make it actually look like the Lego bricks that you would have played with when you were younger? That sounds like a cool idea. That sounds like such a cool, fun idea. And so I already knew it would have been like more like a modern style, so I went off camera quickly just to build it, just to see if it would work out, just to see if it wasn't an ugly building, because I've done so many builds and when I think, oh, this would be such a nice fun build to do, and then I build it and it looks like real proper ugly, and I was like, oh, okay, let's not do that, shall we? So I did it off camera just to see if it looked good and if it worked, and I actually quite like the look of it. So I took a couple of pictures of it because I really like the look of it, and also I figured out what is like the perfect block size, and I took a couple of pictures, some of it with the grid on, so I could count out how many squares I was using, and I took a picture of it, and then I deleted it, and then I started recording so you guys can see me build it. And I couldn't remember from memory what colours the blocks had, so I had to look up the colours of the blocks. I noticed they mainly went for the red, yellow, green, blue and orange. There weren't many orange. I did see some blocks were purple, but from memory I didn't remember any Lego bricks that I was playing with were purple, so I left that out. And when I was colouring the blocks, I really wanted to make sure there wasn't the same colour next to each other, so I really want to make sure the colours were more mixed up and look like a child would have made this just by grabbing a block and sticking it on top. And that's what I was thinking when I was making this. I was thinking, if I was a child with a set of Lego blocks, how would I arrange these rectangles? And that's basically how I came up with the structure of this build. And I know what you're thinking. Some of these Lego blocks, they're sort of like side by side. If this was an actual Lego block structure, this wouldn't work at all. They would fall apart. That doesn't make any sense. But sometimes you could find like a sheet of like knobbly bits that they had, and you would stick a Lego block on top of that, and so a Lego block side by side would then be kind of attached to each other. And so that was my thinking. The grass is a sheet of green knobbly bits, and I don't know what to call these knobbly bits, so I'm calling them knobbly bits. I hope it doesn't offend you or anything. Also, these knobbly bits are sort of very like, oh, when you see them, you think Lego bricks, because at the moment they're just random squares / rectangles in different colours. I had to find a perfect item that I could use for these knobbly bits. So I decided to use the Discover University side tables because they had the right colours that I wanted. Not quite so much in the blue, because in the blue colour it was more like a lighter blue, especially in the daylight it looks more of like a whitish blue. But I then discovered these dining tables, these base game dining tables with the cloth over the top, and since these are base game dining tables, they have a lot of colours to them, which was perfect because these colours now suit a lot more to what I was wanting. They were the right size, they were round and not square, because the knobbly bits on Lego bricks are round, which was perfect. So finding these dining tables was brilliant. I was sort of like stumbling upon them, because when I was sort of like rehearsing this Lego brick house just to see if it looked good or if it would work, I was using some other items. They were like the cube. The cube, I don't know, it's from the diamond pack. I don't know what the diamond pack is called, but it was that light up cube that I was using, and it didn't really work. It was the right size, but it wasn't round. So I'm so happy that I stumbled upon those dining tables with all those colours. It was brilliant. So now moving indoors, I was kind of thinking to myself, okay, so I've got like a really fun exterior. It's basically Lego bricks. That's brilliant, isn't it? It's Lego bricks. And it's really fun outside, really colourful, but how am I supposed to decorate the interior? Because you can't go for like a suburban interior, could you? It just wouldn't suit, would it? It would look a bit strange. So I was like, okay, what do I do? Then I came up with, what if it was like proper colourful inside, just like the outside. It's really colourful, really fun, really keeping in that theme of like fun and colourfulness. And so like, okay, that's great. I also came up with like another little thing to doodles to make it more fun, a bit more like a challenge, but not quite as a challenge. So every block colour has a different colour to it. So the block colour that we are in now is green. So for the room that I'm decorating now, which is the kitchen diner, I wasn't allowed to use the colour green because that was the block colour we were in. Does that make sense? So the next block colour along is red. So for that room, I was not allowed to use the colour red because the outside was red. Does that make sense? I thought that would be like a nice little thing to doodles. So that's what I decided to do. Plants. Since this is a green block, I was allowed to use plants because they are naturally green. I do know some plants in the game are like purple or blue or pink. I could use them as another alternative, but pretty much no green in this block was basically it. So at the moment, I am struggling with interiors, especially with kitchens. Now, normally when I do interiors, when I start off, I always do the kitchen for some reason. I don't know why, but I always do the kitchen. And I was struggling with this kitchen. You might think, really? Because you did this in like one take. No, not really, because I edited all that out. All those times when I was trying to figure out the style that I wanted, I edited all that out and showed you this one because this is the one I end up with. And this kitchen is very black kitchen, which is absolutely fine because at this stage in time, I didn't have the Moschino stuff pack, and the rest of the build I do then have the Moschino stuff pack. Because I was going through this build, I really wasn't really feeling what I was doing at the time without the Moschino stuff pack. I was like, is this okay? It really doesn't look okay. I was kind of getting bummed out because I didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of experiencing interior block design, and I'm still kind of there. And I was like, is this it? It's not the fun, bright colourfulness that I was hoping. And so I got the Moschino stuff pack, and I'm so happy that I did because it kind of sent my bacon with this build, because the Moschino stuff pack is this build, okay? The Moschino stuff pack made this build, and at this moment in time I don't have it, and so I was kind of struggling a little bit with the kitchen. And so the kitchen is basically the darkest room in this house because it uses a lot of black, because normally when I do sort of like modern builds, I normally do them very colourful like, and I just think using black with colours, it really makes them sort of like pop a little bit. So that is what I was doing here with the black. Not get me wrong, I do like this kitchen. It's just at the moment. I wasn't really feeling it. It's like, is this it? Is this all I'm doing? This is not fun. This is not colourful. Especially if I can use black all the time. What am I doing? So moving on to the living room. I still don't have the Moschino stuff pack. I'm still really trying to rely on the Tiny Living stuff pack, the Discover University expansion pack, and the City Living expansion pack, because those packs really have some nice bright colourful objects in there, and so that's what I was trying to use. And here I'm just trying to, oh my god, here I'm just trying to change the tiles here. The reason why I went all my goldy baldy is because at that time I was replacing the long cupboard in that kitchen. Now I didn't realise that for such a long time I completed this build, and it was only when I was taking the screenshot I was like, hey, hang on a minute, I don't have a fridge in this kitchen, because I was thinking that long tall kitchen cabinet was the fridge, because you can quite happily fit a fridge into that cabinet, and that cabinet was just making me think that was the fridge, but it wasn't. And so I do put a fridge in. It kind of broke me a little bit, because now it doesn't look as sleek as it does now, because the fridge is in there. Would you stupid fridge? What are you doing in there, you stupid bloody fridge? But yeah, I put a fridge in there because it doesn't have one at the moment. I thought they were. Oh man. Okay. We just need like a fridge that is like those long kitchen cupboards. But yeah, I thought that was a fridge, but it wasn't a fridge. And it broke me a little bit that I had to replace that nice cupboard with a fridge, because it broke the illusion of sleekness a little bit. But there we go. We got a fridge in that kitchen now. It is now a full and complete kitchen with fridge. Anyways, moving on to this living room. So again, at this moment in time, I don't have the Moschino stuff pack, and it was kind of whispering to me. It's like, Laura, come on, Laura, you know you want to buy me. I'll be great. You know you will be. I'll be absolutely brilliant. You want to buy me. He's like, no, I'm not going to buy you. Buying you means I have to spend money. No. It's like, no, Laura, I'll be perfect for this build. You're gonna have to buy me for this build, Laura. Come and buy me, Laura. Come on. You can do it. And I was like, no, I can do this build without the Moschino stuff pack. It's going to be great. At the moment, I'm a bit of a lull, but you never know. I just need to go away from it, and I might have a light bulb moment. It's going to be fine. I don't need you, Moschino stuff pack. Stop being the little devil on my shoulder. I don't need you. So that's what I was trying to do at the moment. With this blue wall, I do change it. I just put that there to give another pop of colour in here to make it fun, bright and colourful and stuff like that. I did buy the Moschino stuff pack, like I said. I actually asked you guys on Twitter and went, do I buy the Moschino stuff pack? And again, you were a bit like the Moschino stuff pack. You were just like the devil on my shoulder, like, yeah, buy it, go for it. And yeah, I did. And it was actually surprising, actually, because when the Moschino stuff pack was first announced, people was like, what? You're giving this to us? What is this? You could have given us something else, but no, you give us this. What is even Moschino? Oh, it's like a really expensive brand. Okay. But the response I was getting from people about the Moschino stuff pack, people like, oh no, you should really buy it. I was really wanting it for like a really long time, and I felt like I should have bought it earlier, and you should just buy it for the windows alone. And yeah, there was a lot of love for the Moschino stuff pack, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. I basically said, sod it, I'm buying it, and I'm so glad that I did, because I don't think I said it. If I said it before, I'm saying it again. This build wouldn't be what it is, the interior wise, without the Moschino stuff pack, because the Moschino stuff pack saved me bacon. It really, really did. Because because I was really struggling, because the exterior was like nice and fun and doodles and stuff like that. It was great, and then inside I was struggling a little bit. It was kind of bumming me down. This is looking like a nice fun build to do, and it really wasn't, because I was struggling. And then the Moschino stuff pack came along, and it was brilliant. It was great, because now I'm now playing with a new stuff pack. I'm now playing with the new items and see what goes with what and stuff like that. It was brilliant. I love how the rooms turned out. There's some rooms that I'm sort of like not too sure about, but happy to keep them, because I'm sort of like still playing with the pack and trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I definitely growing confidence with this pack, and sort of like playing around with it, with its colours, once I get to the third level, the final level of this house. And the red bedroom that I decorate in this house, I absolutely love it. But anyway, sticking down to the downstairs, because we're still there, I did replace every window in this house with the Moschino stuff windows. I didn't show you the windows at first, just because I already knew I was going to change them with the Moschino windows. So you do see me replace the windows. Oh, I love that. I think they look like tiles to me. Those black tiles with a gold grouting. They look like tiles, but you don't find them in tile section. You find them in the misc section. But I'm gonna call them tiles because they look like tiles to me. But the black tiles with the gold grouting in them. When I first saw them, I knew exactly which floor tile would go perfectly with them, and it is the black floor tile with a gold grouting from Get Famous, and I have used them in the Reno apartment for my Black Widow for the kitchen. It looks great. I was like, oh, I was right, they look great. And I absolutely love these tiles. I know they're not tiles, but they look like tiles to me. And this is the only bathroom with that colour combo system going on. All this area here, I felt like, okay, the whole living area is kind of squashed and pushed down a little bit further to the end of this room, and so I was left with this big empty kind of entrance way a little bit. But in the game, we are not provided any sort of like modern coat racks or anything like that. I mean, we do have like the fitness stuff pack towel hook thing that some people, I think it's a towel, and I know some people have used it for like a coat rack because it kind of looks like a coat rack, but we don't really have anything modern hallway stuff to use. And so I do put in like a half wall and a full size wall, just to sort of like make it like more hallway like, and to separate it off a little bit. I also use a vintage glamour blue wardrobe to make it look like a like coat rack or a hat thingy that you could put your coats in, and just sort of like use up that space a little bit, because it's quite a big empty space and I don't know what to put into it. So that's what I do. Anyway, moving on to this bedroom, the sort of like chest table thing that you can see it at the bottom there. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I'll delete it. I thought I was trying to do something fun, because I did something similar for like an Alice in Wonderland build that I did on my last channel, and it looked quite good there, and I was trying to replicate it, but it doesn't look as good. So don't worry about that chest table there. I will delete it and replace it with something else. Anyway, moving on to this bedroom here, I am calling this the yellow bedroom because it is majority yellow, and I think the wallpaper here for the Moschino stuff pack and the Get Famous rug here, they both match really well, because we have like the streak of grey in the wallpaper, and we've got like a greyish blue in the rug, and I mean it all goes this bedroom, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I have done nicer bedrooms, especially in the third floor, and like I said, I was kind of still trying to play with it and figure it all out and how it would all look together. And yeah, I mean, it's nice. I wouldn't kept it if I didn't really like it. I mean, it's a nice bedroom, but there are nicer bedrooms within this house that I do prefer. So yeah, this is the yellow bedroom. We have like all your essentials in there: a bed, yay, side tables. I try to keep sort of like the colour going with the yellow lamps and the orange what's it called, chair. I do like that chair, maybe because it has a cushion and it has some nice colours in there. Use the Get Famous picture because it's all like had the same colours, well, like with the yellow and the orange and the bluish grey colours going in there. But yeah, it's not my favourite bedroom, but I like it enough to keep it. So moving on to this bedroom kind of feels like a club kind of feel to it. I've never been to the club. I don't drink, so it's absolutely pointless for me to go clubbing. So yeah, I don't know what clubs actually look like inside, but this is what I think a club would look like inside, sort of like neon colours all over the place. I wasn't the biggest fan of this bedroom once again, but once I decided to use like the same colour that's involved in the back header for the bed, that sort of like pinky purpley colour, I decided to use some of that on the walls, just like little strips of it on the wall, and I actually quite like it. It sort of like ties the room together a little bit more, because at the moment not much colour going in here at the moment. It's just a bit black and white, and I just needed a little pop of colour just to bring it together. I don't do it here, I just think I do it off screen, so you have to see that in the screenshot, so you got to stay to say that if you want to say it. I really wanted to use that rug throughout this build actually, and I do get to use it in the study area. It's like, yay! I finally found where that rug can go, because it really felt like an artsy rug that would go quite nicely with this build. And I finally found it. The very last room that I do, I finally found a place to put it. So I was quite happy with that. I just I made the room bigger because I wanted to put like a little footstool, an ottoman city area at the end of the bed. It's something I like to do, and it was enough room to get around the bed. I put like a little square column just to like pack out and fill out the room a little bit, because it's a little bit big. So I thought, let's just put like a little column in there, put a seating area there. I like to put chairs into my bedrooms because I can imagine you're going through your wardrobe, you're grabbing some clothes, you're then sort of like testing them out, sort of like put it against your body to see how they look, and then you're not too sure about it, so you chuck it on the chair, and that's what that chair is about. Or is that chair where you just sort of, you can't be bothered to hang up your clothes, so you're just going to put it on the chair. That is what that chair represents in my builds, okay? And it's also like a nice item to put in and sort of like fills out your bedrooms a little bit more. So moving on to this pink bedroom, I am seeing this to be a bit more of a teenager's bedroom. Again, I wasn't too sure about this bedroom. I do quite like it. It just needed a little bit of clutter, sort of like really bring it together, because sometimes clutter can be absolutely brilliant. It just sort of like brings the room alive a little bit. And now I don't really use clutter that much, but this room needed it, and I'm so happy with it. I used some of the new Moschino stuff clutter. I really like it. I love the clutter, which is kind of like books now, like an actual bookshelf. It has all like, I think they're polar bears either side. I really like the look of them, so I use some of them there. Oh, I love this bedroom. This is my favourite bedroom ever. So this is the kids' bedroom. So I basically got this like cube light idea from the Frankenstein build that I did a couple of weeks ago, and in that build there was like a glowy yellowiness at the back of like some shelving, and so I used these blocks to give me that yellowy glowiness, and I actually really quite like it. So I use that kind of technique again by hiding these blocks in the wall and slightly poking them out a little bit, and I really, really like it. I went for more like a superhero look to it. I had to use pictures from the gallery. I will credit them in the description box below. I know I said that for the Frankenstein build, and trust me when I say I definitely put those names on screen. I typed them out, and when I watched the video just to see how it was going and see what it was doing, I came across and found out the names that I typed out and put on screen, they vanished. They're not on that video, so that annoyed me so much. I was like, okay, right, thanks, that's just great. I don't know what happened. Also, for that Frankenstein build, I also put up the pictures that I was using so you can see what the room was supposed to look like. And again, some of the pictures weren't there. I was like, okay, that's just great. That's just brilliant. Thank you. I don't know what happened, but now I know that those names aren't there. I will put them in the description box below so you can also find them, and also to credit the people who make these pieces of art that you can find on the gallery. I would love to know how they make them, but you can find them on the gallery. You just need to type in picture or whatever you would like and you can find it. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with them. It's like a very pop arty superhero room. I found myself all like staring at it again, oh, isn't that nice? Oh, I'm so happy with it. Oh. So yeah, kind of stared at it for like a little while. That's what I'm doing here. I'm staring at it. Oh, that's nice. So this room here, I was kind of struggling with like colour scheme. What do I doodles, you know? I love this bed. I love it to be like a main double bed, but that's not there. I think I have found that in like CC, but I don't particularly want CC. I don't have nothing against it. I'll absolutely love it. It means that some of it like, oh, that'll be great, but I'm just scared a little bit, you know? And like some of it's like really, really big, and I don't have that kind of space on my laptop for that. So yeah, that's why I don't have CC. So anyways, moving back to this bedroom, this turns out to be the red bedroom that I absolutely love. I love this red bedroom, and again, I used some pictures that I found on the gallery, and they really, really bring the room together, and I absolutely love it. I am experiencing some problems at the moment because I'm trying to upload this build to the gallery. I don't know what's going on, but sometimes when I upload it to the gallery, the picture is being taken through the window of the house opposite this house. Like, okay, that's just not what I want. I don't know what you're doing, but could you please stop? And if it's not doing that, then it's basically showing the backs of those pictures that I got from the gallery, and it's just basically popping through the wall. And when I was uploading it, sort of like just to save like a copy of it to the gallery, like to my library, it wasn't doing that. And now it's all completed and I would like to upload it to the gallery. It's doing it. I just don't understand why it is doing it. I mean, I could quite happily remove those pictures and just put them somewhere else in the room so it's not on the exterior wall, but I quite like them where they are in the placement. And if I move them, and people who wouldn't watch this video just think they are placed where I would move them for the uploadingness to the gallery, and it wouldn't look good. And I'd say, yeah, I don't particularly want to move them for that reason. But I think I may have to, because the backs of them are coming through when I upload them to the gallery. But if you zoom out, they're not there. The backs of those pictures aren't popping through. So I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's making me think that my game might be glitching out a little bit because it has been doing strange things of recently. But yeah, something's weird's going on. This is my favourite bedroom of this house. I absolutely love it. Although the kids' bedroom is pretty good. I love it. But I do like this bedroom quite a lot, actually. Quite like it. Oh yeah, I was like, what else I got to doodles? It's the study area. So the beginning of the study area is just basically like a sitting down place. Was going to use those tiny living stuff sofas, but now I've got the mosquito stuff, gonna get rid of them and use these sofas instead. So this area is just like where you sit down, perhaps like have a nice brandy on the rocks or something like that. Again, I don't drink, so I don't know about alcohol drinking names or what you do with them. Like some alcohol drinks, you gotta have like a certain thing in them to make it what they are. I don't know. So you could do that in this area. And also I didn't know what else to put in this area, so here you go, here are some sofas you can sit down on. But moving on to the study area, it's again very colourful. I put some bookcases down in there, some like an art easel, a chess table on a wonky angle, because ooh, artsy, and the Discover University, I think it's a dining table, but I keep using it for like a what's it called, a desk. I normally use that dining table for a desk because it looks great as a desk, but I do use it downstairs as a dining table. So yeah, this is the dining table that I'm using as a desk table because it looks great. You can still put a computer or a laptop onto dining tables and they still work, so it's all happy and dandy noodles. That room at the back there, that's just a bathroom. I do it off camera because I was like, okay, I think I spent quite some time on this build. Let's not do the bathroom, shall we? I mean, you've already seen me decorate one bathroom and there's like 3 more bathrooms in this place. You don't want me to see me do that, do you? Anyway, this is the study area. Like I said, I finally get to use that sort of like artsy rug thing that I've been wanting to use throughout this build. I think you see me try like lots and lots of times, like, can it work here? Can it work here? Can it work here? But it works here. Oh yeah, piano or little keyboard thing there. Yeah, so this is basically the what's it called? Study area. And yeah, this video is coming to an end soon, so I'm gonna leave you guys here. Again, I do the garden off screen just because, like, how am I supposed to decorate this garden? Oh yeah, with the garden outside at the back, they've got a pool, but they've also got like a bridge that they go over the pool, and it works. They can swim underneath the bridge, but they can also walk over the bridge over the pool, which is brilliant. So yeah, that's a nice little fun little idea that I did. And you got to see it, how it looks in the screenshots. You got to stay to the end. It's only, what, 2 more minutes? I think you can stay for that. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching. I will link my gallery ID in the description box below if I can upload this without something funny going on. Thank you also the people who did the artwork. I'll also link their names in the description box below. So thank you and goodbye.